I approve this message.
October 31st, vote no on Halloween. Halloween supports dangerous roving gangs of children going door to door to get their fix. When it comes to healthcare, Halloween doesn't care. Under Halloween, tooth decay rates have doubled and instances of child obesity have skyrocketed. Halloween is deceptive. Sure, it may look like a sexy firefighter, but don't count on Halloween if your house is burning down. And Halloween is not a legal holiday. If Halloween had its choice, it would allow for more illegal holidays to invade and take over your calendar. Don't be tricked. Halloween is no treat. This October 31st, vote no on Halloween. Paid for by Thanksgiving.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
American Airlines completed its first 16-hour flight from Texas to Australia. Passengers filled time watching one Martin Scorsese movie. In London, someone stole 950 wheels of cheddar cheese. Authorities are searching for culprits everywhere, except bathrooms. Researchers discovered a composition by Chopin. They estimate it's at least 200 years old because it includes backup vocals for Mick Jagger.
Making sure breaking news stays broken. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Evidently, there is something the city of Scranton is already great at. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector.
Good morning, I'm Kate. Scranton is considering creating an ambulance service within the city fire department to achieve faster response time to life-threatening 911 medical calls and better serve residents.
The current ambulance service, Pennsylvania Ambulance, takes longer to get there than Scranton Fire Department, according to sources. They're like, hey, why don't we do this ourselves? It's like your buddy who says, hey, forget the Uber, I got a shortcut. That's the fire department right now.
City officials started in 2020 talking about the EMS delivery service model that exists in the city and the idea of possibly creating an ambulance service in the fire department. Every city firefighter hired in 2015 must also hold certification as an emergency medical technician or a greater level of medical training, and over half of the staff now are EMTs. The fire department's members are also include one nurse and about 7 paramedics.
You think they're just getting like firefighters? No. When you call them, you're also going to get somebody who can patch you up. It's like calling an electrician who's got his black belt in first aid. They're ready for everything. The guy shows up. He's like, what do you need? A fire put out? Medical emergency? You got a splinter? I got a Band-Aid. Whatever you got, I'm here. It's crazy. But this put me in mind for another Prospector's poorly sung parody. This time to the tune of TNT by AC/DC.
No one wanted it, and certainly no one asked for it.
You're getting it anyway.
See them right to the accident scene. Lights flashing bright, sirens blaring down the moon. They're saving lives tonight. Got a stretcher in the back, oxygen in tow. This prison's best, they save your life. Yeah, they do it right. 'Cause they're ENTs, dynamite. ENTs, to save your life. ENT, racing to the scene. ENT, life-saving machine.
I know, I'm terrible at singing. It's not going to stop me.
Now it's time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
Halloween is on a weeknight this year. That's so strange. I guess I'll be able to watch Dancing with the Stars on Disney+. Wait. Trick-or-treaters will be coming. Can I DVD a stream? Oh, well. Maybe there'll be some hot dads with the trick-or-treaters. Why do the dads have to stand so far back? It's so hard to see the ring fingers at that distance. I could say, come closer, I don't bite. But that sounds kind of trampy. Remember last year when those teenage boys came to the door dressed as famous YouTubers? Yeah, not a lot of work went into those costumes. But hey, they did tell me I was kind of hot. Wait, why did they have to say kind of hot?
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
Good morning. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, just before the commercials, we did something just so nice.
Spent about a minute in a woman's head.
Now it's time to flip that coin over, the opposite side, if you will.
Time to make fun of the men?
Absolutely.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
She makes me watch the game in the basement so she can watch Dancing with the Stars on the big TV upstairs. Oh, wait. She'll get stuck dealing with the trick-or-treaters this year.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
An 82-year-old Marine named David Lorenzo just got his Naval Academy class ring back after 54 years after he lost it on a golf course near Pittsburgh. A random golfer found it in dirt after a storm and then traveled all the way to Florida to give it back to him. David joked the ring survived combat but couldn't survive his golf game.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
Oh, sure, this is gross, but pee is considered organic, right? A Walmart store in Ohio is pressing charges against a former employee who was caught peeing on a pallet outside the store filled with bags of potting mix. There's surveillance footage of the suspect consuming alcohol on the premises, then, spraying the potting mix. They ruined 72 bags of potting mix valued at over $400. All the bags have since been tossed. It's unclear if the suspect was just hammered or if they intentionally did it to get back at the store. It might be the latter because it sounds like they'd been recently fired and weren't working there at the time. The name of the person has not been released, but it seems safe to assume it was a male employee.
Nominee number 2.
You don't often think of Hot Pockets as dangerous weapons other than them burning the roof of your mouth, but that didn't stop this man. Police in Boston area are looking for a guy who went to a quarter market earlier this month, grabbed a Hot Pocket from the fridge, then hurled it at the clerk. The guy apparently got upset because the clerk asked to see his ID before selling him a tobacco product. Another customer witnessed the Hot Pocket assault and told the assailant to chill out. Then they started fighting, and the Hot Pocket guy pulled out a pocket knife and threatened the other customer with it. They were able to get the bad guy out of the store, lock the doors, and call police. No one was injured by the Hot Pocket or the pocket knife. As far as I know, the guy is still on the run.
And the winner is
the guy who assaulted someone with a Hot Pocket. Lucky for the victim, it was not just out of the microwave. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app, a free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.